So the topic of today's video is, how do we cultivate empathy? Do you have difficulty feeling empathy? Over the years, this is a question that has come up multiple times that people have posed to me, and I wanted to address that today. First, let's get into what is empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, in that situation that they are dealing with, and understanding what that may be like and what the feelings are in that situation. Empathy is not the same as sympathy. You could think of sympathy as like the more superficial cousin to empathy. So sympathy might be, oh, I feel really bad for you. Versus empathy, which is a much more intimate, much deeper understanding of what feelings accompany that person's experience. You may think of a time where maybe you were watching a movie and there's a part of the movie where you got tears in your eyes. That's empathy. You may look at what's going on in the world today and it just gets you to your heart. And you, though you may not have gone through that same situation, hearing about other people's difficulty just gets you right to your heart. That's empathy. So even though we may not have been personally touched by a situation that someone is going through, it's the ability to sort of imagine, if that was me or someone I loved or just anyone, what would that be like? So in order to have empathy, it requires us to go into ourselves and to be vulnerable and to feel uncomfortable feelings where we're not in control, where we may not know the answer. There's all sorts of uncertainty. It's uncomfortable. And so when we don't want to feel, or when we don't feel empathy, or if we struggle to find empathy for others, it's often because maybe we are not so comfortable allowing ourselves to go into those places where they feel just inherently out of control and frightening, or like we don't have a handle on things, and we don't like that. Human beings generally, we don't like to feel helpless. We like to feel like we are in charge and we know what's going on. So let's say you have someone close to you who comes to you with a problem and you do not relate at all. What can you do? One of the best things you can do is to just simply listen. Don't listen with the intent of giving a response. Don't listen with the intent of trying to fix it, but listen from a place of trying to understand what it is for that person, what it's like. And oftentimes, people will come to their own conclusions in time. What they need more than anything is just someone to be present with them as they let the feelings out, as they let all the thoughts out. They just need a witness. So take that burden off of yourself that says, I got to fix this. I got to take them out of this pain because I hate seeing them in pain. Understand that they will find their own way and that you are doing them a service simply by listening. The last thing I want to talk about is having empathy for ourselves. This is what I think that we overlook, because oftentimes we will treat others in a way that we do not give to ourselves. So just as we want to have empathy for others, do you give that to yourself? Or do you criticize yourself? Do you judge yourself and say, why am I still dealing with this? I should be over this. Why am I still struggling? It's been X number of years. Or why? So remember, you are here for a reason. We all have a soul mission that we came into this life to carry out. But look at whatever your struggles are, especially the ones that come up and are kind of with you for a lifetime. And you can perhaps look at your patterns and look at where you've been and understand why you had those struggles. And perhaps you can offer yourself some of that compassion as well and say, it's no wonder that I've had the struggle. It's no wonder that it has been so hard. And now that I see why I have gone through all this, I'm going to be gentler and more loving to myself. So try that. Just consider that if you find yourself kind of beating yourself up at times or getting down on yourself and about whatever your struggles are. So remember to share that empathy for yourself as well as you do for others. Thank you so much for listening and being here. And in the meantime, take good care of yourselves. And I'll talk to you later.